माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय कुछ ही क्षणों में हमारे बीच होंगे। उनका स्वागत करने के लिए हम सब तैयार रहें। Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable President of India, please welcome Shri Ramnath Kovind ji.
हमारे बीच परम सम्मानीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय जी का आगमन हो रहा है। आदर के साथ हम उनका स्वागत करते हैं। साथ ही हम स्वागत करते हैं ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस एन.वी. रमन्ना, ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस एम.आर. शाह, ऑनरेबल जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ऑनरेबल मिस जस्टिस बेला त्रिवेदी, ऑनरेबल जज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस अरविंद कुमार, ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस हाई कोर्ट ऑफ गुजरात। आप सभी का स्वागत करते हैं। और अब हम राष्ट्रगीत के सम्मान में अपने अपने स्थान पर खड़े रहेंगे। नमस्कार। स्वतंत्रता, समता, बंधुता और न्याय ऐसे महान भारतीय आदर्शों पर आधारित विश्व का सबसे बड़ा और सर्वश्रेष्ठ संविधान, जिनके लिए पवित्र ग्रंथ है और न्यायालय एक पवित्र मंदिर स्वरूप, ऐसे आप सभी सम्मानीय न्यायाधीशों के द्विदिवसीय परिसंवाद में पधारे परम सम्मानीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय श्री रामनाथ कोविंद जी का हम विनम्रता पूर्वक स्वागत करते हैं। साथ ही सभी मंचासीन महानुभावों का और उपस्थित देश की प्रथम सन्नारी का भी हम स्वागत करते हैं और इस हॉल में उपस्थित सभी गणमान्य अतिथियों का भी हम भावपूर्ण स्वागत करते हैं। एक भारत अखंड भारत के निर्माता लौह पुरुष सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल की प्रतिमा के पावन सानिध्य में आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति की परंपरा के अनुसार दीप प्रज्वलन से करने के लिए हम सादर विनती करते हैं माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय एवं सभी मंचासीन महानुभावों से।
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः। शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः। शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते। दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते। दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः। दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः। दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीप नमोऽस्तुते। ओ दीप ब्रह्मरूप
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय एवं सभी मंचस्थ महानुभावों का। आज का ये कार्यक्रम गुजरात में हो रहा है, जहां से देश को श्री कन्हैयालाल मुंशी और देश के प्रथम ऑनरेबल CJI ऑनरेबल जस्टिस श्री हरिलाल कानिया जैसे महानुभाव प्राप्त हुए हैं। ऐसे हमारे गुजरात में पधारे सभी महानुभावों का सूतमाला, शॉल एवं स्मृति चिन्ह से स्वागत करेंगे। सबसे पहले विनती करते हैं ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ गुजरात हाई कोर्ट ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस अरविंद कुमार जी से कि आप परम सम्माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय श्री रामनाथ कोविंद जी का स्वागत सम्मान करें। आइए हम भी करतल ध्वनि से आदर पूर्वक माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय जी का स्वागत अभिवादन करते हैं।
We now request Honorable Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar ji, to kindly felicitate Honorable Governor of Gujarat, Shri Acharya Devvrat ji.
बहुत बहुत स्वागत माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय जी। हम फिर एक बार आप ही से निवेदन करेंगे मान्यवर कि आप ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस NV रमन्ना सर का स्वागत अभिवादन करें।
Now we request you, sir, again to welcome Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, our Honorable Chief Minister, Gujarat State.
धन्यवाद सर। आपसे फिर एक बार सादर विनती करते हैं, कृपया मंच पर विराजमान माननीय केंद्रीय विधि व न्याय मंत्री श्रीमान किरण रिजिजू का स्वागत अभिवादन करें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। फिर एक बार मंच पर विराजमान एवं यहाँ पर विराजमान आप सभी का हम भावपूर्ण स्वागत करते हैं।
I would like to request Honorable Mr. Chief Justice of Gujarat, Shri Arvind Kumar ji, to kindly welcome this august gathering. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to all. I deem it my proud privilege to extend a cordial and hearty welcome to all the honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. We have gathered on the banks of one of the greatest rivers of our country, that is Narmada River, forming the lifeline of two biggest states of our country. We have come to meet each other for an intellectual confluence in the form of this conference to exchange ideas and experiences aimed at achieving excellence in the justice delivery system. We would all agree that the venue of a conference always a major role and has its impact. We are at the seat of Statue of Unity, the tallest leader of our country, late Shri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who contributed in uniting our nation and ensuring that we are all children of one motherland. The objective of this conference and the inspiration of this venue takes me to the most ancient book of our civilization, Rigveda, which has a verse of unity called Sangatana Suktam. Angachadvam samavadvam samavo manasi janatam deva bhagam yatha purve samajana upasate. I quote, may we all move in harmony, speak in one voice, let our minds be in agreement, just as our elders and leaders served in harmony and unanimity for the welfare of the society and the nation. Through this national conference, we would be interacting and debating on two subjects, mediation and information technology, which are the two load-bearing pillars of our justice delivery system. Mediation is the most simple, convenient, and cost-effective alternative dispute resolution mechanism. If we ponder into the history of mediation in pre-British era of our country, it would disclose that Mahajans were acting as mediators to resolve the disputes between the merchants, and they were readily available at the business centers. It is said that association of members used to dismember a merchant if he resorted to court before referring the case to the mediation. This was a unifying business sanction. The process of the mediation is dynamically interwoven into the litigation life cycle of a case, and therefore the role of the bench becomes more pivotal in effectively and actually making mediation an appropriate dispute resolution mechanism. The district judiciary, which is the interface of our justice delivery system, has the opportunity and potential to play a prominent role in this respect. The sessions of the first day of this conference aim to address in a multi-dimensional manner the process of mediation, ranging from pre-litigation mediation, court-annexed mediation, online mediation, to future expected scenario of mediation era. We are fortunate to have dignitaries who would address and enlighten us on all these aspects of mediation. Information technology is the nervous system of our institution. Information and communication technology has not remained just an option or extra facility for the justice delivery system, but has become integral part of our day-to-day functioning. We have to still strive hard to reap optimal fruits for maximizing the service of delivering justice to the litigants and to the citizens. The litigants' charter, as given in public policy and action plan document of phase 2 of the e-courts project, can be the yardstick in this regard. The second day of conference is being commenced with a virtual address by Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud of the Supreme Court of India and Chairman of the E-Committee on a very thought-provoking subject, future of justice, technology and judiciary. Today, we have in our midst Honorable Shri Ramnath Kovindji, Honorable President of India, who has consented to inaugurate this national level 2-day conference. Sir, you immediately accorded consent to inaugurate this conference despite pressing engagements. After a hectic tour for last 5 days and having returned from Netherlands just day before yesterday, sir, you are in our midst to set momentum for this conference by inaugurating the same. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of my esteemed brother and sister judges, extend a cordial and hearty welcome to you, sir. Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Ramana, Honorable Chief Justice of India, who has been our constant guiding force and encouraging us in all our endeavors, and who has consented to be the chief guest of this conference, is in our midst. We are really blessed by the august presence of His Lordship, and I extend a hearty and cordial welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Ramana, Chief Justice of India, on my own behalf and on behalf of my brother and sister judges. Governor Shri of Gujarat, Shri Acharya Devvrat, and Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, have graced this occasion by their august presence. I extend a cordial and hearty welcome to you, sirs. Shri Kiran Rijiju, Honorable Minister for Law and Justice, Government of India, who has been supporting us in all our endeavors, is in our midst, and I extend a hearty welcome to Shri Kiran Rijiju. Respected Honorable Mr. Justice L. Nageshwara, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Abdul Nazir, Honorable Justice M.R. Shah, Honorable Justice Vikram Nath, Honorable Ms. Justice Bela Ben Trivedi, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of India, who have been guiding and encouraging us, have graced this conference by their august presence. Substantial credit for the idea of holding this conference and at this venue goes to Honorable Justice M.R. Shah, who has been the source of energy and inspiration to us in all our special strides and endeavors. Honorable Ms. Justice Belaben Trivedi has been guiding and encouraging us in all our endeavors and has extended timely and valuable advices for conducting this conference. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of my brother and sister judges, extend a cordial and hearty welcome to all the honorable judges of the Supreme Court of India. Shri Rajendra, Madam Samira Nazir and Madam Dimpi Ben Shah are also present in our midst. We extend a cordial and hearty welcome to you, madams. Shri Rajendra Trivedi, Honorable Minister, Government of Gujarat, is also present on this occasion and we extend him a hearty welcome. My esteemed brother Chief Justices from various parts of the country have assembled here today by their gracious presence, and I extend a cordial welcome to each one of them. The torchbearers of the Mediation Committee and Computer Committee in the respective states are being represented by my brother and sister judges from across the country. I extend a cordial and warm welcome to all my esteemed brother and sister judges. Spouses of honorable judges are here today by their gracious presence. For want of time, I will not be able to name each one of them, and I extend a cordial welcome to all the gracious ladies. Registrars, Information Technology of all the states have assembled here today, and I extend a cordial welcome to all of them. I extend a cordial welcome to resource person Justice R.C. Chavan, Vice Chairman E-Committee Supreme Court of India, Justice Sundar and Justice Sudhir Kumar Jain, judges of Madras and Delhi High Courts, Justice K.N. Panindra, former judge and now Upalokayukta Karnataka, Shri Debrata Das, Director IIIT Bangalore, for gracing this occasion. My brother and sister judges of Gujarat High Court, who have been my constant support in all the endeavors and whose tireless effort is the end result of this conference, have graced their presence along with their spouses, and I extend a cordial welcome to all my brother and sister judges and to their spouses. Shri Kamal Trivedi, Learned Advocate General, Shri Mitish Amin, Learned Public Prosecutor, Shri Devang Vyas, Learned Additional Solicitor General of India, are present on this auspicious occasion, and I extend a hearty and cordial welcome to them. Registrar General, Registrars of High Court of Gujarat, staff of High Court of Gujarat, all the judicial officers and staff of Vadodara and Narmada districts are in our midst, and I extend a cordial welcome to all of them. Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, and his entire team of officers, Shri Kailash Nathan, Chief Principal Secretary to Chief Minister, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary, and collectors of Vadodara and Narmada of State of Gujarat have graced this program by their august presence. I extend a hearty and cordial welcome to all. The print and electronic media are present in large number, and I extend a cordial welcome to all of them. I extend a cordial welcome to one and all. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir, for your welcome address. 140 करोड़ नागरिक, 28 राज्य, 8 संघ प्रदेश और 1 संविधान, यही है हमारे देश की न्याय प्रणाली की पहचान। देश के नागरिकों की न्याय व कानून के प्रति श्रद्धा बनी रहे, इस प्रकार से व्यवस्थापन करने में देश का विधि और न्याय मंत्रालय अहम भूमिका अदा कर रहा है। We now invite Mr. Kiran Rijiju, Honorable Minister of Law and Justice, Government of India, for his address. Please, sir.
Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind ji, Honorable Governor of Gujarat, Acharya Devvrat ji, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Mr. N.V. Ramana ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, Honorable Justice Nageswar Rao ji, Honorable Justice Abdul Nazir ji, Honorable Justice Amar Shah ji, Honorable Justice Vikram Nath ji, Honorable Justice Bela Trivedi ji, Honorable Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court Arvind Kumar ji, all the Honorable Chief Justice of different High Courts, Honorable Judges of Gujarat High Court and Acting Chief Justices, and all the invited guests. First of all, I am extremely grateful that I'm invited here on this very, very important conference in a very historic location. Whenever I'm here, I feel so much energized because this is the location of the Statue of Unity. And while this Statue of Unity was conceived by Honorable Prime Minister, he was then the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He had sought contributions from every part of the country. So the metal scraps and part of those different tools from my village, from the villages in the border areas, every part of the country are part of this great Statue of Unity. So whenever I'm here, I feel proud and privileged. Thank you to the Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, Arvind ji, his team, and Honorable Governor and the Chief Minister of Gujarat for extending support in organizing this event. We all know the contribution of Sardar Patel. He is the force behind making a united India what we see today. And I'm sure after 2 days of conference, we will be more confident and unitedly work to provide justice to the people of this country. We all know the very core of the rule of law and civilized society is the provision of equitable and timely justice, that the preamble where the soul of the Constitution lives starts and list of rights with the word justice. It shows how much importance the framers of the Constitution assigned to justice delivery system to our citizens. Our government, headed by Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, is committed to speedy justice delivery system. And we all know how much our judges are working on that. With huge numbers of pending cases before various courts, from the lowest court to the Supreme Court, it is urgently felt by everyone that we have to look towards the path of alternative dispute resolution. And on that regard, the topic chosen for this important conference is very, very timely and apt. And also the information technology, which is soul of working in every sphere of life. We really need to dwell at length on the use of information technology in justice delivery system. I will not take much time, but to assure that our government is giving full attention on both these subjects. I'm also happy to inform this August gathering that the mediation bill, which is being introduced in the parliament, is taking a very good shape. We have consulted all the stakeholders. In fact, we got some very useful inputs from the honorable judges of the Supreme Court and some of the retired judges of the Supreme Court as well as the high courts. We consulted with some of the legal firms also, and right now the bill is being referred to the Parliamentary Standing Committee of Law and Justice. And some of the members, I have informally talked to them to deliberate in depth on the provisions of the mediation bill. And I'm sure once the bill comes back to the parliament, comes back to the government, we will push it through with all necessary inputs as well as necessary amendment if at all it is necessary, and make it very, very comprehensive. I don't want to talk into details the provisions of the mediation bill, but I can assure you this piece of legislation can bring a transformational change in the justice delivery system in our country. We all know mediation has been part of our tradition, our culture. It was there in Ramayana days, in Mahabharata days, and it is practiced widely today, even in small talukas, villages, in every sphere of life. And we want to ensure that people should not wait for the informal litigation to get justice. Let us explore other means to provide justice, a quick justice to the needy people. I have mentioned in the past also, when people have to wait for formalities, for getting audience with the lawyers, to get dates in the court, the dates, the delay, it is something which is talk of all the places in our country. As a law and justice minister, I also get lots of representations from every part of the country, from every section of the society. And I also feel that the system which is going on is going to burden us more and more unless we reform ourselves internally, and also to provide more inputs, more suggestions, and to ensure that necessary reforms are taken up. Today, in the presence of our Honorable Rashtrapati Ji, I'm sure he will throw light, he'll give his words of wisdom to all of us, and we will definitely ensure that the outcome of this conference also will be implemented in letter and spirit. I would like to request the Honorable Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court to send me immediately the copy of whatever is the outcome of this conference, so that I can also look into all the important things which are being part of the discussion. Information technology, as I had mentioned earlier, we cannot live without information technology. And my Department of Justice is working very closely with the E-Committee, which is headed by Justice Chandrachud. And he also has told me that the kind of support and the kind of the cooperation we receive from my department as well as from various state governments, it is commendable. मैं आज माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय के सामने मैं ये आश्वासन करना चाहता हूँ कि मेरे विभाग की ओर से मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट्स और लोअर जुडिशरी में भी जहाँ तक सरकार के तरफ से मदद संभावना हो सकता है, और एक साथ काम करके हम जरूर न्याय को लोगों के द्वार तक ले जाने में जो हमारे एक लक्ष्य रहा है वो पूरा करने में कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ेगा। हम चाहते हैं कि हम एक साथ काम करें। मैं कई जगह कह चुका हूं, चाहे जुडिशरी हो, चाहे एग्जीक्यूटिव हो, चाहे वो हम लेजिस्लेचर के मेंबर हो, हम अलग अलग ऑर्गन्स हैं, लेकिन हमको एकजुट होकर के काम करना होगा। हमारा बीच में कोई दीवार या कोई पर्दा नहीं होना चाहिए। जब जजेस कोर्ट में बैठते हैं तो अपने इंडिपेंडेंटली काम करते हैं, और हम जब पार्लियामेंट में बैठते हैं तो हम कानून बनाते हैं, और एज ए पार्ट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, मंत्री होने के नाते, एग्जीक्यूटिव का हिस्सा होने के नाते हम पूरा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में प्रतिबद्ध है। लेकिन हम अगर अलग अलग डायरेक्शन में काम करेंगे, जुडिशरी और एग्जीक्यूटिव में अगर तालमेल कमी होगी तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में भी बहुत दिक्कतें आएंगे। चाहे कोर्ट रूम से हम जस्टिस दे या किसी के गांव में किसी के घर के सामने जाके हम जस्टिस दे, मुद्दा एक ही है, न्याय मिलना चाहिए लोगों को। इसलिए मैं ये मानता हूँ कि टीम वर्क हमारा बीच में होना चाहिए। मैं रमन्ना साहब का, हमारा ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस के बारे में कहना चाहता हूँ, जब से मैंने इस पद में आए हैं उनके साथ इतना अच्छा तालमेल है, और सारे सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजेस के साथ जब भी मैं मिलता हूँ किसी न किसी विषय पे हम चर्चा करते हैं, और हाई कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस और वहाँ के जो जजेस हैं उनसे जब भी मुलाकात करते हैं तो अच्छा बहुत अच्छा सुझाव भी मिलता है और मुझे आइडिया भी मिलता है, और फिर एक न्यूनतम किस स्तर से हमको आगे ऊपर ले जाना है, एक बेस और काम करने का मौका मिलता है। तो मैं आज इस बहुत ही शुभ अवसर पर और बहुत ही पवित्र स्थान पर फिर से भारत सरकार की ओर से मैं आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं, हमारे जुडिशरी की ओर से जो भी एक्सपेक्टेशन है भारत सरकार की ओर से पूरा योगदान और समर्थन मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you very much, Shri Rijiju, for these positive and energetic words and the pride that you've shown to be for being here at this place. Thank you again. अब हमारे समक्ष मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा गुजरात के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल जी को, जिनके नेतृत्व में आज गुजरात और आगे बढ़कर विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों को निश्चित रूप से छू रहा है। माननीय श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल जी।
નેશનલ કોન્ફરન્સ ઓન મેડિયેશન એન્ડ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીના ઉદ્ઘાટન અવસરે મારી સાથે મંચ ઉપર ઉપસ્થિત માન્ય રાષ્ટ્રપતિ શ્રી રામનાથ કોવિંદજી, ગુજરાતના રાજ્યપાલ શ્રી આચાર્ય દેવવ્રતજી, માન્ય ચીફ જસ્ટિસ સુપ્રીમ કોર્ટ શ્રી એન.વી. રમનજી, માન્ય કેન્દ્રીય મંત્રી શ્રી કિરણ રિજિજુજી, માન્ય જસ્ટિસ શ્રી એલ. નાગેશ્વર રાવજી, मान्य जस्टिस श्री एस. अब्दुल नज़ीर जी, मान्य जस्टिस श्री M.R. शाह जी, मान्य जस्टिस श्री विक्रमनाथ जी, मान्य जस्टिस श्री बेलाबेन त्रिवेदी जी, मान्य चीफ जस्टिस गुजरात हाईकोर्ट श्री अरविंद कुमार जी, मारा साथी गुजरातना कायदा मंत्री श्री राजेंद्र त्रिवेदी जी, अहीं उपस्थित सौ मान्य चीफ जस्टिसश्रीओ अने कायदा क्षेत्रना सौ तज्ञों सौने मारा नमस्कार। सौ प्रथम तो महात्मा गांधी, सरदार वल्लभभाई पटेल, मोरारजीभाई देसाई अने विश्वना नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेन्द्रभाई भूमि गुजरात में आप सौનું स्वागत है। भारतनी एकता अखंडितताना प्रतीक अने एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारतना प्रेरणा स्रोत लोह पुरुष सरदार वल्लभभाई पटेलनी विश्वनी सौथी ऊंची प्रतिमा स्टेच्यू ऑफ यूनिटीનું निर्माण प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेन्द्रभाई मोदीजीना मार्गदर्शનમાં થયું છે। વૈશ્વિક પર્યટન સ્થળ તરીકે કેવડિયાના વિકાસ પાછળ વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈનું એ પ્રેરણાબળ રહેલું છે। સરદાર સાહેબના સાનિધ્યમાં આપણે સૌ બેઠા છીએ ત્યારે મને લાગે છે કે નેશનલ કોન્ફરન્સ ઓન મીડિયેશન એન્ડ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીની આ પરિષદ માટે સ્ટેચ્યુ ઓફ યુનિટી પરિસરથી વધુ ઉત્તમ અને ઉપયુક્ત સ્થાન કોઈ હોઈ ન શકે। 1947માં બ્રિટિશરોની ગુલામીમાંથી આઝાદી મેળવીને સ્વતંત્ર ભારતનો વિશ્વના નકશે ઉદય થયો। આઝાદી પહેલાં આપણે દેશ 562 જેટલા નાના મોટા રજવાડાઓમાં વહેંચાયેલો હતો। સ્વતંત્રતા મળ્યા પછી એ રાજા રજવાડાઓનું ભારત રાષ્ટ્રમાં વિલીનીકરણ કરવામાં એ સમયે સરદાર વલ્લભભાઈ પટેલે મીડિયેશન મધ્યસ્થીકરણની આગવી મિસાલ પ્રસ્થાપિત કરી હતી। આપણી સનાતન સંસ્કૃતિમાં પણ સદીઓથી આવી મધ્યસ્થીકરણની પરંપરા અસ્તિત્વમાં હતી। મહાભારતના યુદ્ધ પહેલાં ભગવાન શ્રી કૃષ્ણએ પણ એક તટસ્થ મધ્યસ્થીની બનીને યુદ્ધ ન થાય તેના માટેનો પ્રયત્ન કર્યા હતા। આ પરંપરા હાલની ન્યાય પ્રણાલિકામાં સુસંગત છે। મીડિયેશન દ્વારા પક્ષકારો પોતાના વિવાદને અલગ અલગ દૃષ્ટિકોણથી જાણી સમજી મીડિયેશનની મદદથી તેને માન્ય હોય તેવું સમાધાન અપનાવે છે। આ પદ્ધતિમાં વિવાદોનું સત્વરે પક્ષકારો દ્વારા નિરાકરણ થાય તે માટે મીડિયેટર મદદરૂપ થાય છે, જેના કારણે પક્ષકારો વચ્ચેના વિવાદનું નિરાકરણ લાવી કોર્ટ કેસનો અંત આવે છે કોર્ટ પરનું ભારણ ઓછું થાય છે. મને એ જણાવતા આનંદ થાય છે કે ગુજરાતના લગભગ દરેક જિલ્લામાં મેડિએશન સેન્ટર કાર્યરત છે. વસુદૈવ કુટુંબની પરિવાર ભાવનાને યથાવત જાળવી રાખીને પારિવારિક વિવાદોનું નિવારણ કોર્ટ કચેરીની બહાર સામાજિક, ધાર્મિક, પ્રતિષ્ઠિત વ્યક્તિઓની દરમિયાનગીરીથી સમાધાન માટે ફેમિલી ફર્સ્ટ સમજાવટનું સરનામું કન્સેપ્ટ અપનાવ્યો છે. આ હેતુસર જિલ્લા અને તાલુકા સ્તરે સમિતિઓની પણ આપણે રચના કરી છે. બંધારણના મૂળભૂત સિદ્ધાંતો એવા સામાજિક સૌહાર્દ, સમરસતા, બંધુત્વને સાકાર કરવામાં આ પ્રયોગ એક સફળ માધ્યમ બન્યો છે. આ કોન્ફરન્સમાં મીડિયેશન સાથોસાથ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીના સુસંગત ઉપયોગ પર પણ આપ સૌ તજજ્ઞો ચર્ચા મંથન કરવાના છો. ગુજરાતે ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીના ક્ષેત્રમાં પણ અગ્રેસરતા પ્રસ્થાપિત કરી છે, એનો મને ગૌરવ છે. દેશના વિકાસનું રોલ મોડેલ ગુજરાત જનસેવા પ્રકલ્પો, જનહિત કાર્યોમાં ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજી અને ઓનલાઈન પ્રક્રિયાના ઉપયોગ માટે પણ દેશમાં અવ્વલ રહીને આદરણીય પ્રધાનમંત્રીશ્રીના ડિજિટલ ઇન્ડિયાના સંકલ્પને પૂર્ણ કરે છે. રાજ્યના અંતરિયાળ વિસ્તારના લોકોને ઘર આંગણે સરકારની યોજનાના લાભ પહોંચાડવા ડિજિટલ સેવા સેતુ 14,000થી વધુ ગ્રામ પંચાયતને ભારત નેટ અન્વયે બ્રોડબેન્ડ કનેક્ટિવિટી, ઈ ધરા અને ઈ ગ્રામ વિશ્વગ્રામ પ્રોજેક્ટથી ગુજરાતમાં સામાન્યમાં સામાન્ય માનવી સુધી ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીનો વ્યાપ વિસ્તાર્યો છે. ન્યાયતંત્રમાં ડિજિટલાઇઝેશન અને આઈટીનો ઉપયોગ વધુને વધુ પ્રમાણમાં કરવાની દિશા ગુજરાતે લીધી છે. કોરોનાની વૈશ્વિક મહામારી વચ્ચે પણ કોઈ ન્યાયથી વંચિત ન રહે તેવા સુપ્રીમ કોર્ટ અને હાઈકોર્ટના જનહિત અભિગમને રાજ્ય સરકારે વર્ચ્યુઅલ માધ્યમથી કોર્ટ કાર્યવાહીમાં સહયોગ આપ્યો છે. આ માટે જરૂરી સુવિધાઓ પણ રાજ્ય સરકારે અદાલતોને પૂરી પાડી છે. ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીનો ન્યાયપાલિકામાં મહત્તમ ઉપયોગ થાય તે માટે રેકર્ડ ડિજિટલાઇઝેશન કરવા અને વર્ચ્યુઅલ સુનાવણી દ્વારા પારદર્શિતા લાવવા જેવી બાબતોમાં રાજ્ય સરકારે ન્યાયતંત્રને સહયોગ આપ્યો છે. ગુજરાતની ન્યાયપાલિકાએ હાઈકોર્ટની કાર્યવાહીનું યુટ્યુબના માધ્યમથી લાઈવ ટેલિકાસ્ટ કરવાની દેશભરમાં પ્રથમ પહેલ કરી છે. વર્તમાન ન્યાયપાલિકામાં ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીના ઉત્તમ ઉપયોગની નવી દિશા આ પહેલે કંડારી છે. ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીના ઉપયોગથી જનસામાન્યને પણ અદાલતોમાં પેન્ડિંગ કેસ અને નિકાલ થયેલા કેસોની માહિતી પારદર્શી રીતે આપવાની એક સરાહનીય કામગીરી ગુજરાતે કરી છે. એટલું જ નહીં, ગુજરાતના મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદી હતા ત્યારે લોક અદાલતો કાર્યબંધ કરીને કેસોના ઝડપી અને અસરકારક નિકાલ માટેની પહેલ પણ ગુજરાતે કરી છે. હું સ્પષ્ટપણે માનું છું કે ન્યાયપાલિકામાં ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજીના સમયોચિત ઉપયોગથી બેસ્ટ પ્રેક્ટિસિંગનું શેરિંગ અને નેશનલ કોન્ફરન્સમાં દિશાસૂચક બનશે. આ 2 દિવસ પરિષદમાં થનારું વિચાર મંથન અને વૈચારિક આદાન પ્રદાન આઝાદીના અમૃત વર્ષે દેશની ન્યાય પ્રણાલી માટે અમૃતકાળ બનશે એવો મને વિશ્વાસ છે. ફરી એકવાર આ નેશનલ કોન્ફરન્સમાં પધારેલા સૌનું ગુજરાતમાં સ્વાગત અને કોન્ફરન્સને સફળતાની શુભેચ્છાઓ પાઠવી વિરમું છું. જય જય ગરવી ગુજરાત. ભારત માતા કી જય. વંદે માતરમ.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय आपका, आपके विचारों की अभिव्यक्ति के लिए. लोकतंत्र की प्रहरी और संविधान की रक्षक भारतीय न्यायपालिका हमारे संविधान में संस्थापित मूल्यों की प्रतीक है. न्यायपालिका नागरिकों के लिए कानून का अर्थघटन, विवादों का समाधान तथा न्याय प्रदान करने के साथ ही अपने आदर्श वाक्य को भी सही अर्थ में चरितार्थ करती है. यतो धर्म ततो जयः. Today we are honored to have with us Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Ramanna. Sir, we request you to kindly guide us with your thoughts.
Most respected President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind, Sri Acharya Devvrat, Honorable Governor of Gujarat, Sri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Kiran Rijiju, Honorable Union Minister for Law and Justice, my brother Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, Justice Abdul Nazir, Justice M.R. Shah, Justice Vikram Nath, Madam Bela Trivedi, and Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Gujarat, Sri Arvind Kumar, Rajendra Trivedi, Minister of State for Law and Justice, brother and sister judges of Gujarat High Court, Honorable Chief Justice of different High Courts and judges of the different High Courts, judicial officers, registrars of the Gujarat High Court, members of the bar and other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first visit to the state of Gujarat, and I am thrilled to be in the land of Mahatma Gandhi. This land has been a fertile ground for the national movement. Many great freedom fighters who shaped the destiny of the independent India were born here. Radhabai Nauroji, Vallabhbhai Patel, Vittalbhai Patel, Moraji Desai, Kasturba Gandhi, Vikram Sarabhai, Homi Bhabha were among those towering leaders. Apart from this land also given the distinction of the Chief Justice of India, first Chief Justice of India, Justice Hiralal Kanya. The state of Gujarat has a glorious legal history. Gujarat has been known for orderly dispute resolution. The Nyay Ni Devdi, Temple of Justice, is a fine example of this commitment to justice. Once a prominent court during the British Raj, it is now a district court in Vadodara. In 1960 was a historic year of the High Court and the state of Gujarat, as it marked the bifurcation of the state of Bombay. Since its formation, the High Court of Gujarat has become well known for the effective and efficient adjudication of disputes and the quality of justice dispensation. Standing before the Statue of Unity, it is appropriate to talk about conflict resolution by peaceful means. It is though the skills and leadership of Sardar Patel could make considerable progress in integrating the various princely states into the Union of India. It is in this spirit of conciliation that this conference on mediation and information technology is being organized. I would like to bring with the mythological story that I often refer to. It is the story of mediation undertaken by Lord Krishna to prevent the war of Kurukshetra. We all know the consequences of that failed mediation. Imagine how much destruction would have been avoided, how lives could have been saved, and how the kingdoms would have prospered if Lord Krishna had succeeded. Conflicts are inevitable aspects of our lives. Misunderstandings, ego issues, lack of trust, greed can lead to conflicts. Even the big conflicts can be resolved through understanding. Conflicts have a human face. One must have the foresight to look beyond the conflict. A dispute should not spoil your relationship. A prolonged litigation can not only drain your resources but also cause animosity. It is not necessary that every conflict or difference of opinion must find its way to the courts. But these differences can be resolved in a neutral environment where both parties are in a win-win situation. After all, life is a balancing act. In times of disagreements, one would usually start by initiating a dialogue to clarify issues. If this also doesn't work, then the only option for people is to go to courts. Gujarat has always known for its merchants. Nobody understands it better than the merchants that time wasted is money lost. It is this realization that encouraged the merchants of Gujarat to be innovative in their dispute resolution process. In business, one has to think of an easy way of settling disputes without wasting much time or money. or losing your peace of mind. In fact, an efficient businessman effectively deals with his disputes. In our country, due to obstacles in formal litigation, people hesitate to approach judicial forums. The concept of ADR through Lok Adalats, Gram Nyayalas, mediation and arbitration centers has the potential to transform the legal landscape of India by providing millions of people a platform to settle their grievances. Imbibing effect of ADR mechanisms into the judicial process can reduce pendency, save judicial resources and time, and allow litigants to a degree of control over the dispute resolution process and its outcome. There are multiple benefits of adopting alternative methods of dispute resolution. Mediation and negotiation at the pre-litigation stage are one of the most empowering methods of resolving disputes as they maximize the participation of stakeholders. But since ADR is designed around the participatory model, its adoption is going to break the existing barrier. From the being an outsider to the process, citizens with their direct involvement will be insiders in the process. Mediation is also increasingly gaining prominence in the international commercial sphere. Private mediations, which take place at the pre-litigation stage, are also becoming more prevalent in the country. Most arbitration clauses in commercial contracts have a multi-tiered approach, where the first attempt to resolve the dispute between parties is through mediation or negotiation. Coming back to the issue of mediation, along with the increased awareness campaigns to educate the people, the role of courts assuming great importance in realizing the full potential of ADR. An active effort must be taken by courts to make negotiations and mediation mandatory as part of case management. Legal service authorities play an integral role in disposal of cases through ADR mechanisms, which include mediation as well as the Lok Adalat systems. But the success of any endeavor rests upon the stakeholders. Lawyers must pursue every possibility of pre-litigation settlement and advise clients to approach Lok Adalats for the greater benefit of the parties. Additionally, it is the responsibility of the parties who opt for this forum to commit and work towards the early resolution of their dispute. It should not be used as a mere delaying tactics. Lastly, judicial officers dispensing justice should not bring any adjudicatory flavor to the proceedings and must understand parties and their economic conditions with patience.